and welcome back. I am back with another product review, and again, not sponsored. This stuff was sent to me for free to try out. Pretty excited about it. So today we have a portable bottle warmer and a formula mixer. Now I did open these ahead of time because I wanted to see, and we will start with the bottle warmer. So this is Carer, C-A-R-E-R, and it is bottle warmer, portable baby milk warmer with LCD. So this is what it looks like. I will post the links down below. I had looked into one of these. So my daughter's almost 11 months old, so she's almost done with formula. So I really wish I would have had this earlier, but I'll save it in case I have future children. I will be perfectly honest with you now. How I do her formula, probably everything I do is probably wrong, but I've done it for a long time and it's fine. So I do the water in a different container, like a little Medela container, because I use Dr. Brown bottles for Bridget and I don't feel like they shake very well. They like spew all over the place. So I'll warm the water in a different container in the microwave. And I don't do a lot of water. So if I do like 4 ounces, I'll do like 15 seconds. I've kind of learned my microwave, and it's not hot. It is just like warm to the touch. There's no hot spots because it's really not in there long enough. Then I put in the formula, then I shake, shake, shake. Then I dump it into the bottle, which I feel like takes a lot of the bubbles out. But I also wish I had the formula mixer when Bridget was little, and I wish I would have known about it because we ended up buying like a little, it's almost like a frother, like a milk frother, but it was a formula mixer because we thought a lot of her issues were gas in the formula from me shaking it, gas bubbles. So anyway, let's get started with the formula or the bottle warmer. So I will only be trying this with water because I don't have breast milk. So I cannot vouch for breast milk. So when I got it, I took this top off and I cleaned this with soap, this part, because the water does touch this part. And Dr. Brown bottles absolutely do not fit on this. I don't know if they have an adapter. I didn't see one for Dr. Brown, but maybe that's something they'll come out with. So what I did is with the twins, I use Advent bottles. And because I warm her formula in different bottles anyway, it doesn't really matter to me. I am going to be using this to warm the water up, and that is totally fine with me. The Advents fit perfectly on here without the adapter. So I'll just warm the water in that and dump it into the other one. So that's fine with me. So the box comes with instructions, a USB plug to charge it up, and the bottle warmer. The on-off button's on the bottom, so you press and hold and it turns on. And you can pick your temperature, 39, 42, or 45 if you just keep pressing it. I think it is a little warm for my baby because my baby is only getting just barely warmed milk because she's 11 months. She's gonna be transitioning off of formula. And so when we go out in public, what I do is I'll warm her water for like a minute. And then by the time we get to where we're going, it's like an hour later, the water is just like lukewarm, just not cold. It's pretty much back to room temperature. But this would be super nice to use. Now I'm gonna time it when I warm the water. It is not super quick, but it's meant for portability. It's meant to take out in public. It's meant when you have no other options. And I think it might have been great. So probably what I would have done is maybe like started the water warming in the car so that when I got to wherever I was going, it was done and cooled down a bit so it wasn't like super hot. So let me show you how it works. So I added about 5 milliliters of water to my bottle. So you turn this upside down and screw it in the top. Don't screw it too tight or you'll unscrew it. You're gonna turn it on and then turn it over, and it's gonna start heating up the bottle. I'm gonna time it so I can let you know how long. The cool thing about this is it has a like keep warm setting. So if you warm the bottle and then something happens and you're not ready, it will keep it warm. So if you wanna start ahead of time, especially with water, if you wanna start ahead of time and get it warm so that your baby's not like screaming, that's kind of cool too. So like I said, I've used this before, and the negative of this is it doesn't have an adapter for Dr. Brown. I did have it leak a little bit when I took the water off. I'll see if it does it this time. But overall, I actually thought this was great. Again, it's a little hot for my liking because my daughter's weaning off of formula and I want her to be more towards room temperature, but it's no problem to let it cool down. It's really not. The cool thing about this is I have been so many places out and about where I've taken 2 bottles and the second bottle is not warm at all. So this would be really nice to have like in the car. So while this finishes warming, I'm gonna show you the mixer. So like I said, I was super excited about this. I wish I had had it earlier because I shake my bottles, which a lot of people do. I don't swirl, I absolutely shake. And I was looking for something when she was very little to help me mix so I wasn't shaking and getting all the bubbles, and I ended up with like a frother type thing and it didn't work at all. So this would have been super cool to have, and I've tried this and I love it. So it's just a baby formula mixer. I will post the link. And it does work with the Dr. Brown bottles, which is cool, but it again comes with the exact same plug, so you probably have a million of those lying around your house. So it's super small, just like this, and it has instructions, and there's a mode and a time on it, and it is, you can have a slow mode, so you can have it change directions every 6 seconds or a fast every 3 seconds, and it'll go, and you can have it shake it for 1, 2, 6, or 12 minutes, and it just goes counterclockwise, clockwise, and it goes back and forth. I don't think that you need to shake a bottle for 12 minutes, but again, my daughter doesn't drink like huge bottles, so 1 minute is probably good. So when the water's warm, we will put formula in it and we will see how it shakes it up. It's still, we're on 6 minutes and it is just starting to get to temperature. So not the quickest, but if you think ahead, you can have your bottle warming while you're getting whatever ready, changing a diaper, whatever you need to do. Because let's be honest, my method of the microwave is fast, but a bottle warmer isn't fast, and boiling water and putting your bottle in it isn't fast either. Because technically, you're supposed to heat your bottles slow and evenly. So this is probably about average for warming a bottle. So it just beeped telling me it was done, and it's been about 9 minutes. I like that this will stay warm. So now this will stay warm just sitting on here if you get busy doing something. So you want to hold the base and the bottle and flip it together because you don't want the top to fall off the base. So if you do it like that, you're probably not going to have any leaks, see? And then unscrew the top. So I don't think that the leaking problem is enough to make me say I wouldn't buy this, but it's definitely something to consider if you're looking into this, that you just, it's not a tight screw. So when you put it on, you want to make sure you're turning it over nice, and you are going to get a little water. And then, so if that's something that bothers you, a little bit of water leaking, it's just something to think about. That's been my only issue with this, is that it doesn't fit the Dr. Brown bottles and it has a little bit of a leaking problem. It doesn't leak while it's warming per se. I've tried this a couple times and it doesn't leak while it's warming. So if you put the bottle and you warm it, it does not leak. But when you turn it over, you just have to really be careful. So I hold the bottle tight to the base and then flip it, and then it's fine. So it's just, you kind of have to use your common sense. So it's warmed, and it's again, it's hotter than I would do, but that's okay. So I'm gonna put the water in the Dr. Brown's, and when my baby wakes up, we'll mix it and we'll see how the mixer. Okay, so I'm gonna show you how this formula mixer works. So I have my warmed water, and this is my formula. And just in case anyone's wondering, I do get European formula, so the scooper is different. So if somebody's gonna say like, oh, you put too many scoops, the scoop's like half the size, so it's more of a 1-to-1. But anyway, I'm gonna put my scoops. That doesn't really matter to this, but just thought I'd throw it out there. Okay, so you put the lid on, pop it in. Has suctions on the bottom so you can stick it to the counter. So this does fit in, and then you can adjust your settings, but basically you just turn it on and it's gonna mix, and then it's gonna go the other way.
Mama, how's that gonna go round and round?
It's mixing the baby's bottle. So I think it did a pretty good job. There's just one little line of formula that I would kind of mix up a little bit, but you could also take this out and kind of do this to get that line and put it back in. It's pretty good. Look what it's doing. Is that your bottle? Is that your bottle?
Can it go faster?
Okay. It's all ready. Big hostess.
Look it down first.
Good. So the question is, would I buy either of these if they weren't sent to me? And this formula mixer, absolutely, because when I was looking, especially for a younger baby, when I thought, you know, a younger baby sometimes can get a lot of gas bubbles, and she was getting bubbles from her formula from me shaking it. And like I said, I bought like a frother and it's just like a mess. It was an actual formula mixer, but a mess. This would have been super great to have because it like stirs it without the bubbles. So this absolutely I would have bought. I feel like 1 to 6 minutes, I probably wouldn't mix it for 12, but like you can make a bottle, throw it on here and let it mix for a couple minutes while you're changing a diaper or whatever. So this absolutely I would buy. This I would buy. I did want a portable bottle warmer. I don't know how it is on milk, like I said, because we're on formula, but I definitely wanted a portable bottle warmer. I would not use it at home. I think it wastes a lot of time. But if you are somebody who is by the books and you like to boil your formula water and all that, this is probably a faster way. So I think it might be a good buy. But I would definitely buy it for the portability when I'm in the car, or if I'm going to be out all day and need to warm water. It's definitely a better way than what we're doing, which is not hardly warming it at all. So I want to thank them for sending these to me. We were super excited to try them. And if you guys are interested, I'll post the links below. And yeah, I hope you guys are having a fantastic day, and we'll see you in the next video.